And welcome back to the Murdy Creative Co podcast. I'm your host, Colin Murdy, and today's topic is It's Always a Marketing Problem. But first, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the company so far. If you've got a chance, go check us out on the web at murdycreative.co. That's M-U-R-D-Y creative.co. Or you can check us out on all the social medias under the same name. Please be sure to join our Discord server if you want to get a little bit behind the scenes. And also be sure to join our collabs program, murdycreative.co/collab. That will allow you to share the company. You get a little something for doing that. They get a little something for purchasing with your link. And it's a great way to help the company grow. So check that out. Now, first today, we're talking about something I read about in the Wall Street Journal. And it was talking about how the new scam that's being used is a small business targeted scam, because being a small business owner isn't hard enough already. And the way it works is this: they take brands that are reputable, that have worked hard to build a product that people want to buy, and then they take and they impersonate them. They pretend that they're the company. They steal the company's images off their website, off their social media. They steal the brand identity owner's face, and they use that to sell their product. And the website goes to the scammers. The sales go to the scammers. And when people get garbage products or no products at all, they turn and look at the reputable company and they say, "Why could you sell us this terrible thing? And the problem is we had nothing to do with it." So that's the latest scam. So definitely be sure that whenever you're buying product from the Murdy Creative Company, it is only from murdycreative.co, murdycreative.co, the whole thing. And if you think you found a scam, someone who's impersonating us, please let us know. Send us an email, sales@murdycreative.co, sales@murdycreative.co, and let us know that you think someone is impersonating us. It does help us in our fight against them. Not that there's much we can do, but it just goes to show you that running a small business is both the best and the worst. And the joke I said to my father this morning was that running a business is like standing on the sidewalk and random people come up to you and some of them hand you money. And then some of them kick you in the balls and steal your money. And sometimes it's the government who's doing it, and sometimes it's scammers who are doing it, and sometimes it's just huge bills that have come due. But either way, it is a long and uphill battle. And that's what brings us to today's topic. It's always a marketing problem. So we have been working on evaluating our website and redesigning it. And if those of you who go to our website regularly, although I don't know if there's that many of you, but those of you who frequent our website might notice over the course of the coming days changes. And there's already been some changes already that have been made, and there will be more and more that are coming. Originally, I was planning on doing a total website redesign and then launching the new website all as one big push. And while I'm still planning on doing that, and that's still going to be the thing, there are some things that I've discovered in the process that are very simple things that we can do to improve a lot. And so some of those simple things I've been doing to the current website, as well as obviously modeling them into the new website, and we're going to be continuing to push that forward as that progress happens. But the marketing machine, the machine that gets people from not knowing about the company to having a product in their hand that they're happy with, is a long and complicated one. The product we sell is not cheap. The product we sell is a little bit niche, which means that the sales process is a complicated one and requires a very nuanced and multifaceted approach. The website is a big part of that, to be honest, right? The website is like walking into somebody's shop off the street. And if you walk into someone's shop off the street and it's dingy and it's dirty and it's poorly lit and it doesn't have the product in a way that's easy to browse, and the way you're looking at it, you're confused, and there's not much information in the shop, there's not very many people there to help you, even if the product is really good, that doesn't create a good impression, and it doesn't really impel you to sell, or to buy, I should say. And obviously, there's a lot of money that are put into making retail spaces beautiful and well lit and easy to shop in. And there's the same amount of care that needs to be put into a website design. The simplest way to think about it, in my opinion, is the advertisements that you put on Facebook and Instagram, the organic posting that you put on social media, the paid advertising you put on Google, all of those things, they're like having a really good window display, right? They are really important to get people to come in from the street. But if they come past this really beautiful, really well put together window display and it's just garbage inside from a visual standpoint and it doesn't match, it doesn't look like it's part of the same, the window display looks totally different from the rest of the store, well, that doesn't work. Right? It doesn't create the sale that you need, right? So for us, the website overhaul is a really important part. It's like renovating a store, and it takes time and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of creativity, and that's all happening. But then we have to address the window display, because we have had the same set of ads running now for 6 months, actually a little longer than 6 months. Now we've thrown a couple of new ones in there when we launched the leather covers, and that helped. But the ads themselves are tired, in my opinion. People have seen them. Those who were going to buy because of the ads that we launched, that are compelled to buy because of the ads we launched, they've already bought. And so we need a new set of ads to appeal to a new set of people. That's the reality. And then you have to think about how to structure it. Now, at Facebook's urging, so we spend an enormous amount of money on Facebook, like a really upsetting amount of money. Like it's really, the amount of money we give to Mark Zuckerberg is one of my biggest shames. And because we give them so much money, we have a personal Facebook person, right? So there's a Meta representative that we talk to that they advise us. And the problem is that the Meta representative we have seems to change about every 3 months. They don't seem to last very long. Now, whether it's because they're being moved to a different part of the company, whether it's because they're being let go, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that because we get a new representative every 3 months, the advice that they end up giving is particularly useless, in my opinion. And what I mean by that is it's not particularly insightful. It's not some sort of unknown secret knowledge. There's no Gnostic promise here where they've got the inside scoop that they're giving to us that's just for us only because we spend all this money, and if we follow their procedure precisely, we get this amazing result. It's not like that at all. And in fact, it's kind of frustrating what their advice is, because their advice is almost always put everything of all of your shopping in one campaign, a shopping advanced campaign, put all your budget there, put all of your ads there, and let the algorithm choose who it chose to, put no targeting parameters on it, and just let the AI do its thing. Right. Well, that's not a particularly nuanced marketing approach. It's not a particularly helpful marketing approach because it doesn't really provide a lot of ability for us to do anything beyond just the one thing, right? You have the one trick. So during our discussion with Shopify Plus and the experts that we have with them, I'm very happy with our representative from Shopify. She's been very diligent. She's very interesting and creative, and she's got a lot of great ideas and ways to maximize our efforts on Shopify. But she also comes from, she worked, I believe, with Amazon and some other people in the past that have spent a lot of money on marketing. And so she said that the strategy that Facebook is prescribing us is the wrong one. And so what she's recommending is that we use a classic three bucket funnel method, right? There's top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Top of funnel is awareness. You just want to get your ad in front of as many eyes as possible. By doing that and getting your ad in front of as many eyes as possible, you get people so that they know your brand name, they know you exist. The next step is obviously consideration. That's getting people to review and take a look at the brand and maybe pick something out that they like, but maybe they don't buy, but they're interested. And then there's conversion, which is the bottom of the funnel. And those are where you retarget those people who were interested before and try to get them to actually purchase by communicating product value to them, by showcasing the product in a new way that they may not have thought of, by helping explain to them, how it's worth the money that they're going to spend on it, right? That they're going to be happier with the product than they would with the money. So that's the funnel strategy that she's recommending. And I've tried to implement that a little bit in the last little bit here, and we saw some interesting results out of it. I wouldn't describe it as an unqualified success. In fact, we recently reverted back to our old campaign strategy for a little while because it dawned on me that the problem is that our advertisements we need new ads. So no matter how you slice the strategy, if the ads are 6 months old, they're not going to work, regardless of how good your strategy is, right? So we need a whole new slate of advertising. And that presents a different challenge, right? Because you say, okay, a whole new slate of advertising involves a lot of new creative, which is fine. I can generate the new creative. That's not really the end of the world, but it's the concept of what creative to generate. Now, if we go with the old strategy where we put everything in one campaign and just roll that with the full budget, that's not too bad because you basically are generating 3 or 4 ads, right? The problem with if you what we've done in the past is we've put like 30 ads into a single campaign, all of them video ads, all of them great. They showcase different products. And the reason I did that in the past was to say, okay, if we've got ads that are, if there are 30 ads in the campaign and 1 or 2 of the ads start to get stale, the algorithm will go and pick a different ad from the set and then it will start to promote that instead. But that's not how it seems to work. It seems to me that the way the Facebook algorithm works is it shows all of the ads for a little while, it picks the winners, and it only shows the winners. And even when the winners stop being winners, when they aren't working very well, it doesn't go back to the other ads and show them more because it's already decided that those are loser ads. Now, the answer is they might be loser ads, right? That's possible. I also think that there's something to be said about the fact that some of these ads are not being really tested to their full extent, right? There's no way Facebook can know after spending $15 on an ad that it's going to be a good ad or not. That's just not enough data. So for all I know, there's some nuanced, complicated element of their formula where they can feel that that's the case, but I don't think that is. I don't think that's enough to know. So in the past, we'd put all these ads, we'd create a ton of creative, put it all in one ad campaign, let it ride, and it would showcase 5 ads to people, and then it wouldn't show the rest of them after a while, and then it would just continue to do that until they didn't work anymore. So my new strategy is to say, okay, well, we've got to create, if we're going to do the old funnel method, or the old method where it's all in one campaign, it's targeted towards conversions, and it's based off of very few targeting parameters. If we're going to do it that way, we only really need to generate probably 4 or maybe 5 ads. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I could do that in a day. Problem is what ads should they be? The ads we've run in the past that have been very successful have been ones where we showcase the product with a little bit of the product in use, and it's me sitting at a desk or me sitting at a table, holding them, using them, writing in them, whatever. That's been the strategy. That's been our ad for a long time, right? And it's worked well. I'm not going to say that it hasn't worked well. But is that the best style of advertisement, right? Is that the best form of the advertisement? Now, one of the recommendations from the gurus on Instagram is that you should sell your product using paid advertising reels, and the reels should be of a podcast where 2 people are talking about the product, not as an ad read, but as if they're users of the product. Well, that makes sense to me. It's functionally the QVC model, right? It's the home shopping channel, home shopping networks model. They would have 2 hosts, usually on screen, talking about how great the product was. And yeah, you knew it was a paid advertisement because you were watching the home shopping channel, of course. But you didn't care because it was people talking about the product, like, oh my goodness, look at how amazing this is. I would wear this everywhere. This is the must-have gift. It's a perfect gift for, all the buzzwords. And so we could generate that ad, right? That would not be too difficult of an ad to generate. But who do I put in it? What do they talk about? Which product do they talk about? Do they talk about the brand as a concept? Do we talk about how the Murdy Creative Company is diametrically opposed to planned obsolescence, that we stand in the gap waiting for the horde of garbage that is coming from overseas to flood our markets and lower our standards for what we call good. And we are here, the 300 Spartans, standing in the gap saying, no, it should be expensive. It should be quality. They should stand by the product. It should be something you buy once and have it for life. Is that what we should talk about? I don't know. Generating ads that are compelling stories is hard in 15 seconds. And attention is expensive. It is hard to get us in front of you. It is expensive to get us in front of you. And it's always a marketing problem. And I don't know exactly the solution to that. Now, if we were to go with the 3-bucket funnel method that was brought up by our Shopify advocate, we would basically do the same kind of strategy, but it would be a set of 3 or 4 ads per bucket. So that'd be like 10 or 12 ads total. And they would be very different ads with different purposes, right? So the awareness one, they might be very aesthetically pleasing. The goal is to get you to stop and recognize the name of the brand, right? That's their purpose. If it's a consideration ad, it may talk about some of the way that this might work in your life, right? It gets a little more personal. It talks a little bit more about how the ad is used, like, how you can improve as a person by having one of our products, right? And then if you're in that last bottle, that conversion retargeting, it's all about explaining to you and getting you to understand why our product is better than all of the alternatives. So consideration is basically saying, so awareness is about our brand. Consideration is you are trying to decide whether you want a journal or not a journal, right? Whether you want to buy a journal at all. And then the conversion is, how can we get you to buy our journal specifically rather than a journal generically, right? That's kind of the rough version of it. So the ads have to obviously match that concept. But it's an ongoing battle, and it's not straightforward, and it's not simple, and it's really hard to know what ads will resonate with people. And there's this whole X factor that's involved in it, which is, I don't know if my ads are being shown to the right people, right? So I don't know if the ad is the problem or if the algorithm's placement is the problem. And we are in a financial situation as a small business where we only have one shot at this. We don't have an infinite budget. We have a very limited budget, in fact. And we got a very short runway to get this right. So I can't be wrong. I have to pick something. I have to do it well. It has to be the right thing, and it has to work. I've been there before. It's not the first time we've had to play this game. But it is difficult. And I would love to hear your thoughts, right? So for those of you who watch the podcast, you guys are obviously very engaged followers of the company. There's not that many of you, and we love you, and you're the best, and thank you very much for watching. You guys bought our product in most cases, or more interestingly enough, if you are one of those people who hasn't bought our product but has considered buying it multiple times, tell me about your experience. Tell me what stopped you. Tell me how far you got in the process. Did you pick out a product? Did you pick out a group of products? You're like, I think I want a journal, but I don't know which one, right? I can't pick which one. Or I want to write, I just don't know what to write in. Tell me about it. I really want to know from you guys. You guys are the people that are the best to convey your feelings to me. So I want to know, was there an ad that you saw that got you to stop? That was a good ad, that was something that was like, wow, I should look into this. Did you complete the process? Did you get all the way through? Did you buy a product, right? And what was the steps that you felt were really helpful getting you there? And then if you didn't end up completing the purchase, if you put the product in your cart or you browsed and then you didn't buy, what was the thing that got in your way? What was the thing that stopped you? And why haven't you re-engaged, right? What has been preventing you from changing your mind and coming back? Any information you can provide in the comments is super helpful. I will be reading them. I do actually pay attention to them, and I very much appreciate those of you who contribute. It does help a lot. So please share that. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Obviously, we've got a lot of things to talk about next week, and we got a lot of things ahead of us and a very limited time to get them done. So we thank you, those for you who've been tuning in. And don't forget to check back in next Thursday. If you have any questions or concerns about your leather journal, folio, binder, anything we sell, please reach out to us via email, sales@murdycreative.co, sales@murdycreative.co. It's a contact form at the bottom of the main page of the website. You can also give us a phone call, 414-434-9001. We're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. And you can text us at that number as well, 414-434-9001. And yes, it does go to a cell phone. And usually Anna's the one that's paying attention to it, but sometimes it's me and sometimes it's Meryl. And we do read those and we do answer them. So it's a great way to reach out to us if you'd like to get some more information. If you need to place an order over the phone, you can do that. We absolutely are happy to help you with that. So please reach out and call us if you need that help. If you think we deserve it, a good review can go a long way to help us grow. Both a review on whatever podcast app you're listening on, but also a review on the product itself if you have one. If you can go to murdycreative.co/review, that'll redirect you to Google right now where you can leave your review. Previously it was Facebook, now it's Google. Please leave a review there. It really does help us. If for whatever reason you leave us a bad review, please give us an opportunity to make things right. It's important to me that everyone has a good experience with a company and they are happy with their product. If you are not happy for any reason at all, please let me fix it. We can do anything. We can fix it in whatever way is possible. So just give us an opportunity to take care of that first. If you'd like to read our reviews, you can go to murdycreative.co/review and read the reviews there, or you can go to murdycreative.co/reviews with an S, and that takes you to the main page of our website that has reviews on them. And we love, love, love having you guys check those out. People really do help convey the value of the product in those reviews. They can help, and we want to hear from you. So please do that. Word of mouth is the best form of advertising, so please tell your friends about the company. If you haven't joined our collabs program and you're interested in doing that, you get a commission off of every sale that you make through your link, and the person who's buying through that link gets a discount on the purchase itself. So definitely check that out, murdycreative.co/collab. If you go to the top of our website, there's an About section. There's an About tab. Under that, there's a header called Programs, and there's Affiliate Program is how you can apply if you need to get more information about that. You can also reach out to us and ask questions. We're happy to help and answer those, so definitely check that out. If you're looking for multiple items for gifts, giveaways, menus, really any reason, we do have bulk discounts available. They are built directly into the cart. All you need to do is add every item you want to the cart. You can mix and match to your heart's desire. The bulk discounts start at a quantity of 5, and then it goes up from there. So the bulk discount should automatically apply. If it doesn't, you can reach out to us. We're happy to help with that. If you are looking to retail the product, you're a small business owner yourself with a pop-up shop or a retailer, and you're looking to have the Murdy Creative Co products on your shelf, reach out to us. We are working on a program for that, and we want your help. So definitely check that out. If you're looking for a custom engraved item, we have no minimum order quantities and no setup fees. It's a simple flat fee, normally about $15, and you go take advantage of that by going to the product pages, clicking on the blue Add Custom Logo button, and that'll open up the customizer. You can upload images, you can add text, you can resize, rotate, reposition, do whatever you want there. Be sure to click on the little circle icon with the exclamation point and select your variant in the customizer. Even if you select it on the product page, it doesn't carry over to the customizer, so you need to reselect it there, and then you can check out. And once you check out, the version of the design that you made is what we use to engrave it. We don't do any editing unless it's necessary because of low resolution or whatnot, and usually we reach out to you in those cases. So be sure to check that out. We really appreciate it. And custom engraved items qualify for the bulk discount. So if you want to get a whole bunch of a product with your company logo on it, we can absolutely happy to take care of that. So thank you very much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day, and goodbye.